Hello there, YouTubers. This is Edward here at the Golden Palace Swimming Pool and Tower. And today I kind of really wanted to go over a revisited subject that there seemed to be a lot of questions on the comments and stuff about monthly Philippines monthly budget, what our family here earns per month, spends per month in the Philippines. And everyone, a lot of channels in the Philippines put out the same information, but everyone's situation is a little bit different, right? So everyone has different budget, different costs. This is just, if you listen to all of them, right, you're going to get a better idea of maybe where you're going to live and how much it's going to cost you wherever you're going. So I made out a little list here, and this is kind of a rough estimate of what we did in May of 2023, right? So you can see, before I get going, you can see my son there, John, my autistic son. He's having his afternoon swim in the pool, and he's the reason why I built this pool. It wasn't cheap, and I spent lots of money when I first came here to the Philippines, and probably a lot of expats do that. Sometimes it's a mistake, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes, everyone has different priorities, different dreams, different expectations of each other, of what you want to do in life. And one thing I've learned throughout my whole years is the money's gonna go. It's gonna be spent somehow. And if it's not before you die, it's just gonna go to your relatives, your wife, your children. And my experience in life, when you leave large amounts of money to other people in any way, inheritance or gifts or anything else, that money wasn't earned by that person. And majority of the time, I'm talking 90+%, that money gets blown on usually bad things. Cocaine, drugs, and hookers, and you name it. Every extravagant way that you can blow money, that's usually where it goes. Or it just gets slowly pissed out, three or so years. 3 to 5 years is usually, if people say at the beginning, like they get a big inheritance. And I've had family. Like my first wife's father was a millionaire. He was a good businessman and built up a huge ready mix business and got multi-million dollar contracts from the government of putting in a highway, and so he ended up rich, right? Well, out of the 5 siblings, they all blew it except one, and that was my ex-wife, my first wife, and she ended up hauling ass for me, and divorced my ass. So, they all blew it. I mean, it was literally within 3 to 5 years, it's all gone. And I've known people that won lotteries, had big, huge amounts of money come into their hands easily. I even gave, my aunt passed away, and I gave one of my daughters over $100,000 to complete her college. You know where that went? Yep, in the pisser. So it's, in my opinion, do the best that you can with the money that you've earned. If you want to gift it, that's fine, but you should gift it in very small amounts, or let it go to inheritance in very small amounts. If it's a massive amount, it's going to ruin their lives. It absolutely ruins their lives. And I speak from experience on that. So the person that you give it to has to have extreme discipline and extreme vision of what they want to do with it. So I've chosen, and know thyself, right? As Christians, we should know what, at this age, retirement, expat in the Philippines, you should know yourself by that time, and which means if you're not that good with money, and majority of people are not good with money, that 90% is there again. 90% of people, whatever they make, they're going to spend. Some people have a little bit more of a discipline on investing, but if you're putting your money in other people's hands, you know how many rip-offs and embezzlements and people losing all their money because they put their money in someone else's hands for investment, for savings, for business, whatever, right? That's why you are mostly a fool if you go into business with someone else or put your money in someone else's hands to invest in any way, in my opinion. So, because I've seen the evidence of it. You might get lucky, but most of the time you don't. Most of the time you're a loser. So, most of my life, the money I've lost and blown, I blame myself because it was in my hands when I did it. And so I have no regrets. So anyway, let's go ahead with the budget here, guys and gals. Like I say, I'm in the province now, in the northern part of the southern island of Mindanao. Mindanao is the biggest island, and we live in the rural areas of the province. We travel hour and 15 minutes to get to the closest city, which is Dipolog City. That's where we go for our groceries and stuff. So this is for last month's average, and what income we have coming in is my pension from, because I was in an oil company in Alaska most of my life. That's where I worked. I worked my way up through the ranks in an oil company most of my life in Alaska, and we worked in the oil field, oil and gas. So all that pension I made from working for 3 or 4 different companies, 2 major companies, British Petroleum and Hillcorp, those were my last 2 companies, made really good money and had a pension. What did I do with that pension? I brought it to the Philippines. I bought land, I built houses, I built businesses, I built swimming pools, stuff like that. Most of that, 98% of that, I spent it and built and bought land. The land that I bought with my wife, of course, my Philippine wife, Lilibet, and because it has to be in her name when you're in the Philippines. You can have leases, but in my opinion, the best way to do is decide on a Filipino you're going to marry and buy land, and your name is on the deed of sale when you buy land with your Filipino wife. It's on the deed of sale. So anything goes wrong, or or if she passes away, the foreigner has 1 year to get rid of that land or to sign it over into another Philippine national's name. So that's the deal with that. So there's no divorce in the Philippines, so you're golden. If she just hauls ass and leaves you, then it's abandonment, and there's nothing that can be done. If she files for annulment, you can't do annulment in the Philippines unless both people file for annulment. Both people have to sign, and that's the law in the Philippines, and it's the only country in the world, no divorce, and it's super, super difficult to destroy all that you built up all the years. I've heard some nightmares. I heard another one today, even from a Filipino, and I'm Americano. And the big mistake that he made is let the Filipina go to the U.S. and get Americanized in that evil, evil culture of the U.S. And now she's left them, and because she got her citizenship, and it's a mess, right? And I pray for that guy. I pray for you, man. I pray for you, because it's painful. It's very painful. You worked your whole life, and it's destroyed, all because of evil, satanic laws of the U.S. and other first world countries where divorce is legal, and everything is destroyed. And the incentive is these women can, at any drop of the hat, anything the man does wrong, they can say screw you and destroy the whole marriage and leave it, and then the kids are screwed, the whole family, all your relationships are gone and destroyed. It's terrible. This whole world is a terrible situation right now. That's just my opinion. That's why I love the Philippines. I love the Philippines. The Philippines is God's sent country, the only one left in the world that's still resisting the evils of the world. And I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm sorry I'm digressing into this, but it's all relative to If you escape to the Philippines, that's my channel. Foreigner escapes to the Philippines, and here's my monthly budget. I'm finally getting to it after 10 minutes. I'm so sorry for that. Okay, my pension, like I say, it's 98% gone. The rest of it went into savings. So that's if any medical issues happens in my family or my extended family, because I have 10 people living in my house. So this budget is based on at least 10 people, and a lot of times it goes up to 15 people. Sometimes when relatives come over and stay a while, and I'm feeding, it's a banquet every day, right? I mean, it happens, right? If you marry a Filipino, you're marrying the family. I don't care who you are. You're lucky, not really lucky, but it's a rare case. If you're marrying a Filipino and you don't have to feed any of their other extended family. So everybody's situation's different. We need actually more help and people here because my John, my autistic son, we pay for a caregiver for him, right? Because he's needs care all the time. Anyway, okay, let's get back on the subject here. Like my pension's 98% gone. The rest is in medical savings. I get 2 remittances every month also from the U.S. and we also have coconut plantation here. So that's an income we get 3 times a year. There's 3 harvests and it's a very small amount, but I added that in, and that equals to 96,000 pesos per month, or 1,850 US dollars. That's the income we have to work with. So here's the budget. We have no rent or no mortgage. All that I built here, and as far as land and construction, everything that's paid off in full. I have 0 mortgage, 0 rent. So that's a big one right there. I suggest that any of you people, I don't care where you are in the world, if you have a big mortgage or a big rent, you're going to be whittled down to almost nothing with a fixed income as an expat or a very limited amount of money when you retire. Also, insurance, right? Insurance kills people. Killed me my whole life, and I had a good job, right? But I have no premiums, insurance premiums, no medical insurance premiums, no automobile insurance premiums, no liability insurance premiums, nothing. 0. A big fat goose egg. Why? Because with my faith, we've decided that we trust totally in God. God is our total trust. And if you think about it, if you're into paying tons of money every month for insurance, you're trusting someone else to care for you and to care about your future. Period. We don't choose to do that anymore. We choose to trust in Christ Jesus only. So these rip-off artists that are called insurance agents aren't fleecing us of our money anymore. I made that decision maybe 3-4 years before I retired. Okay, so we have no insurance premiums, 0 insurance, right? So we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Any kind of medical bills we have a cash savings account that pays for all that. Okay, we only have 2 fixed utilities, water and electricity. Our electricity per month is 10,000 pesos per month, almost exactly every single month. And we have solar, so solar pays for 2/3 of our bill. It used to be 30,000 per month. And we're still trying to get an export meter to pay for all the rest of the 10,000 that we pay per month, but that's a battle. That's a whole nother video, big long video. Anyway, so 10,000 a month, which is $200 US per month. The water bill is 1,000 pesos per month, so that's what, $20 a month US. Rice is a big one. I don't eat much rice, but I am married to a Filipino and a Filipino family, so that's 5,000 pesos per month, or $100 per month for rice. Vegetables, I insist on having vegetables for our family. That's where you get your best nutrition against disease of any kind you can think of. So I'm big I'm a big proponent. I've always been with my children my entire life to eat lots of vegetables, have it available to them, have it cooked and available to my children and the whole household. I don't care who's here, every single day. So we spend 10,000 pesos per month on vegetables. And that includes like onions and garlic and all the stuff that we buy at the farmer's market. So 10,000 per month, that's $200. So that's a big bill, right? Okay, fruits. We have a lot of fruit trees of our own, banana, coconut, what else? What else do we have? We have jackfruit, we have marang, we have all kinds of different fruits, trees of our own, right? So we are harvesting that every time those become harvestable. Plus, we buy some at the farmer's market also, and that's another 4,000 per month. So what's that? 80 bucks a month just on fruits. Because for watermelon stuff we don't have trees for, we don't grow at this time. Mango and pineapple. Actually, we are growing some pineapple now too, so that's sweet, man. That's sweet. I love pineapple. It's one of my favorite. Anyway, and John loves the watermelon and the pineapple, so I'm all for good, right? Because he don't have any medical issues, but maybe someday he will, and to prevent that, good food, fruit and vegetables. So next one is fuel. Okay, we have 3 different kinds of fuel that we buy every single month. Diesel, because both our Toyota van and our Kia truck are diesel. So we spend $4,000 per month approximately. It's $80 per month on diesel fuel. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but that's pretty good average. It's right now it's like between 53 and 58 pesos per liter on diesel. And it's around 46 pesos per liter for gasoline. Only gasoline thing we have here is my 4-wheeler and my brother-in-law's motorcycle. I fill up a can every once in a while, and we share fuel with him too. Because he sometimes does a lot of back and forth stuff for us to the village for things we need once in a while. So then we also have propane, right? We have one propane burner that when it's nighttime and there's no sun, to use the microwave, because when the sun's out we use the microwave. When the sun's not out, we use the propane burner to cook anything that we need to, eggs or whatever, right? And then we also have a rice cooker, so that's electric. So the propane is around 1,000 pesos per month, 20 bucks a month, and that fills one of those 20-pound propane tanks. The small size are probably 2 foot high. Everyone using their barbecue and stuff in the U.S. that size. So the next item is our Sorry store that we have. We own it. It's in front of our property. I'm always buying something miscellaneous for that: beer, soda, snacks. I probably spend 5,000 per month just on miscellaneous for that. Plus, Lilibeth uses some of the income we get from the store to restock the store too. But it's basically her baby, and I contribute around 5,000 a month to that. So I don't see any of the profits of it or anything. That's kind of her thing. She sometimes able to buy little things she wants on Lazada or something, or to use to help her family or whatever on any of the profits of that. So anyways, that's 5,000 a month out of the budget that goes to our Sorry store. And 500 per month for RO, reverse osmosis water, that we have delivered here in the blue jugs. Everyone drinks that. So that's 500 pesos a month approximately. Next one is a big one, grocery store bill. So when we go travel an hour and 15 minutes to Dipolog City, we go to a grocery store, Save More or Lee Plaza grocery store, and we buy fresh milk, which is in the carton here, and pasta and spaghetti sauce and chicken, we buy only the whole chickens, right? Because it's the cheapest per kilo. It's 166 pesos per kilo for chicken, and I'll get 12, 16 at a time, and that'll last a month, right? Then like ground beef, ground pork, get a few kilos of that. You know, like diapers. My autistic son John has adult diapers that he wears, so we're buying adult diapers and diapers for Leonardo still. So that's, you know, that kind of stuff is what we buy there. All the miscellaneous salt and pepper, and you know, cookies, crackers, sliced bread, you know, stuff like that. You know, that's all the stuff you buy at the grocery store, right? So that's 20,000, approximately 20,000 per month. So usually we go twice per month to Dipolog, and maybe around 10,000 each time. Sometimes we'll buy a little more, and then we won't go for 3 weeks or something like that, right? Then drugstore, like we'll go to the drugstore sometimes once in a while. It averages that we spend 2,000 pesos per month at the drugstore. So that's 40 bucks per month at the drugstore, because I have high blood medicine that I buy, Loprinocil, and it's no problem getting any kind of prescriptions here. That, I mean, almost no problem for normal kinds of prescriptions. All the drugs are made in China and India anyways, and we have great pipelines to the Philippines for all that kind of stuff. And all the same stuff all goes to the US. So anyway, so 2,000 a month for that, for high blood pressure. And also Papa has high blood pressure medicine that we buy him too. So then the next one is Lazada and Amazon. We now can get Amazon. We've been receiving Amazon packages, and Lazada, we've been receiving their packages for at least 3 years now, I think. So we get, you know, toys, clothes. Lilibeth gets makeup, you know, just miscellaneous items that we see that we like to have just delivered right to the house. Now, Amazon is a credit card, so you have to use your credit card, and there's deals, free shipping to anywhere in the Philippines if it's over $49. So that's the only kind of items I'll buy, is if it's free shipping that's right to our door, right? And Lazada is free shipping right to our door, but Lazada is no credit card. It's COD, cash on delivery. So when it gets here, as long as it's the right item, we pull out our cash and buy that. So that's 10,000 pesos per month, or $200. Then bakery items, pastries, anything like that. It's usually mostly just regular bread, like muffins and buns and stuff like that we buy. That's 1,500 or 1,500 pesos per month. Then hardware store, that's the next one. Hardware store, you know, for light bulbs, paint, tape, anything you get, just nails, screws, anything that we don't have that we need, either for the store, for ourselves, for home improvement, for anything like that. Glues, I mean, you know, any kind of hardware store items. That's like 3,500 pesos per month on average. Restaurants, we don't eat out at the restaurant very much. The only time we do is when we go to Dipolog and we're going to the grocery store. So that's maybe twice a month. We'll swing by McDonald's, or we have a couple of sit-down restaurants that we like. Once in a while we go there. That's 3,000 pesos per month. Eggs. Okay, now eggs here, you can buy eggs in a lot of different Surrey stores, or different places in the markets or whatever, but we don't, because we used to do that at the beginning, but we've got a lot of bad eggs. And I'm thinking, whoa, because, you know, it's so hot here, right? They don't keep eggs refrigerated in the Philippines. They don't. Most, you know, when you're buying at these stores, and some of these Surrey stores, they don't have refrigeration. So we go direct, fresh, at the chicken egg farm, right? So Lizelle, our closest, most trusted, that we actually employ her here. She's actually a second mother to my child, right? To Leonardo. She does everything here. Anyways, her mother works at the egg factory, so we get fresh eggs every single month. We buy it from there. and that's 3,500 per month because we get 10 flats, and each flat or tray of eggs is 30 eggs, so we get 10 of them. So 300 eggs is what this family eats every single month. We all eat eggs almost every single day here. 2 to 3 eggs each person every single month. So that's what I'm telling you, because we got 10 people here approximately, right? And so we all got eggs going on. We love eggs. Eggs is one of the most healthiest things that you can eat. And don't give me this crap about cholesterol, blah blah blah. My doctor is Dr. Berg on YouTube. He says eat plenty of eggs, 2-3 eggs a day. So, and especially for young kids, they're awesome. So that's 3,500 pesos per month for eggs. Then John's autistic caregiver. In the last video we called her a maid. She's really not a maid. She's John's personal caregiver. Any care that we can't give John, or if we're going somewhere shopping or we're working, doing whatever, she's at his side caring for him, right? Because he needs pretty much 24/7 care. I mean, he pees his diaper, he's got to be changed, and then he has a toilet we put in his room. That needs to be cleaned all the time. His sheets need to be changed all the time if it leaks through his diaper. I mean, it's constant, right? We feed him twice a day, huge breakfast meal with all the fruits and eggs, and then in the evening, fruits and vegetables, rice, noodles. I mean, he loves food. He's like me. He'll eat anything. He eats a lot of it, right? He's a young man. He's 22 years old. So, okay, 6,000 per month for John's personal caregiver. Okay, my autistic son. So it's well worth it. 6,000 per month. That's what, $120 a month for a personal caregiver. You try to pay someone in the U.S. $120 a month to care for an autistic person, they'll laugh you out of your house. It's well worth it. Ate does a wonderful job, and it's good with John. It's well worth it. So then Lizelle, her and Ruel as a team. Ruel's working construction right now, but early in the morning before he even goes to work, he's helping Lizelle clean the pool. It's got to be brushed, netted. And then every other day or so, we vacuum the whole bottom. I mean, it takes hours, 2 to 3 hours every single day to care for this pool. And I'm always there doing the chlorine chemical and running all the pumps and cleaning all the filters. And it's a big job. A pool's a big job. I don't care who you are. If you don't know that, then you don't know anything about a pool. But it's well worth it to me. It's beautiful. It's beautiful being around. It's beautiful. You just say, I'm hot. I'm going to jump in and take a swim. And it's for John. Really, I should call this John's pool because that's why I built it. And then Leonardo has a morning swim every single morning. It's well worth it. I'm here the rest of my days for my children and my wife. Period. In my family. I'm going to share and spend everything I have. I don't care. A lot of people are saying, whoa, why isn't anyone helping you pay this? Or why is it, they're all leeching off you? Or some people are saying that, you're getting ripped off, Edward. No. Far from it. I know what rip-off is and scams. That's what most people are doing in the stock market and, you name it. There's a scam around every single corner. This is my family, man. This is my family. And I don't care if it's married relatives. This is my family. I'm going to spend all of it. I'm sharing all of it. If I have it, it's going to them. That's the way I like it. So y'all can, you can all hoard your money and then get blown on drugs, cocaine, and hookers. Because that's what's going to happen if you give all your money to your kids, huge amounts. I mean, let them inherit businesses, build businesses with cash flow, build properties, and then put it in a trust where they can't sell it and blow it right away. Put it in a trust where wait until they're older, like between 40 and 50 years old. Then if they want to get rid of it and sell it, they can. Give them a chance to mature. That's just my advice. You guys, obviously, you can do what you want. Okay, next item. Oh, Lizelle. She's our most trusted. I mean, she's like a nanny. She's a cook. We trust her in the store. She's not gonna embezzle money out of our Surrey store. She's the one that runs eggs back and forth from the egg factory. Her and Lizelle. I mean, she does everything, and she cares for this pool. She's the pool caregiver. Her and I. We're the ones that do it, right? $7,200 per month. So what's that? 140, 150 bucks a month. You know what I mean? And she's like Superwoman as far as I'm concerned. And all the stuff Lizelle doesn't do, Lilibeth's doing. She's doing the cooking, cleaning, laundry. I mean, it's a big property, huge property, and to all these people and the needs of my autistic son and my younger son. I mean, laundry, cleanup, feedings. I mean, cooking. You name it. You guys know. You know how it goes. I mean, it's not like there's just nothing to do. My gosh, you know. So, okay, that's pretty much sums it up, and that's 98,200 pesos, which is just shy of 100,000 pesos, right? And every 50,000 pesos is $1,000. So I'm pushing $2,000 a month. So I'm over my monthly income. So my savings is slowly getting drained. And I figured that was going to happen. And that's fine with me. Until my Social Security kicks in 2.5 years, right? And that's where we're at right now. You know, when my Social Security kicks in, we're talking massive amounts of money because I worked my butt off my entire life in the oil field, so I paid the maximum into Social Security every single year. Actually, in September of every year, my Social Security contributions are maxed out, so then all that extra money can go to my paychecks after September every year. So 3 months out of every year, my checks jumped way up because I wasn't paying Social Security because I was maxed out. That's for years and years and years. So I get the maximum. Even if I retire at age 62, which I'm gonna start collecting at age 62, if it's still available. I always say that, if it's still available, because you can't count on the future. Nothing's set. Nothing is rock solid. Nothing's guaranteed. And we don't deserve anything. We're just living life the best we can, trying to make ends meet. There's no guarantees. You don't deserve. When someone says, I deserve that, I've worked my whole life, I deserve it. No, negative. No, go back to school. Go back to school of hard knocks, because anyone saying they deserve something, it's gonna flee you. I guarantee you that. So anyways, that's $2,000 a month. And my income is $1,850. That's the way it is right now, ladies and gentlemen. And but when my Social Security kicks in, we're talking, what am I gonna get? I'm gonna get, because of my autistic son and my massive earnings, and you retire and start collecting. A lot of people don't know this. This is a ding, 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 ding for a lot of you guys out there. And you know what? I didn't know it until a lot of the expats started telling me when I'm here. I had no idea. You don't think about Social Security until after you retire or getting close to start collecting. At least that was me. But both my young minor son, which is Leonardo, right? He's going to be 3 years old in 3 months. Actually, today is his 2-year, 9-month monthsary. So anyways, so he'll be around 5 years old when I start collecting Social Security. He's eligible for benefits because he's a minor, and I'll be retired collecting Social Security. Never knew that before. Unless they change the law before I retire, that's the deal. And then also John, because he's autistic and he's disability. And then also my young Filipino wife gets to collect for caring for Leonardo and John. Talk about a boondoggle. Never thought it was true until I researched it up the yin yang, and got eyewitness accounts that are also receiving it right now. So the maximum that you can collect family wise, like the family maximum, is like $5,950 US per month. Yeah. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, right? That's crazy talk. But that's what I'm gonna be getting, something real close to that. So actually, if you add up Leonardo's benefit, Lilibeth's benefit, John's benefit, and my benefit, all four of us, we're over the family maximum. So we have to get it reduced to the family maximum. We're up close to $7,000 per month if you add them all up. So, but there's a family maximum, so we can only get the that's almost as much as I was making in the oil field when I was killing it, right? So yeah. So I'll be able to save big time money and pay for a lot of stuff I don't have right now, which really I ain't wanting for anything. So like I say, I love my family. God gave it to me. I appreciate it. I am grateful every single day of my life. So I thank you all out there for watching this video, and this is the revised, updated monthly budget for the Philippines. So love you guys. Take care. God bless you, whatever your situation is. And that Philippines is the last hope of freedom in the world right now. And I say that from the bottom of my heart because I've seen it. I've seen what's going on and the tragedies and the bad that's going on in the other parts of the world. And the Philippines is the only shining light left. Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.